I'm going to be doing a video about all of my body piercings and my tattoos. This is going to be a follow-up of the video I did before about hiding body piercings, and if you haven't seen that and you're interested, just click the link down below. So yeah, I've got like a little list of like a pain rating between 1 and 5 of all of my piercings. Got some expired ones, I don't have any more, but you know, I still had them and I can still tell you my experience. My experiences are going to be different to yours. I've got a different pain tolerance to you. Luckily for me, I have got a high pain threshold, so I've been sort of more inclined to go back and get more. Like, I haven't had a bad experience as of yet. So the first piercings I'm going to talk about are my lobe piercings. They'd be like the most obvious ones. They're generally the first ones that people will get. I got mine, I think, first pierced when I was 9 or 10. Yeah, mine is stretched now. But I do have, basically I've got stretched lobes, and I've also got lobes in here as well. Not many people know about these. I gave these a pain rating of kind of like 0.5 to 1 because they really, really do not hurt at all. They don't hurt whatsoever. I would say, however, my lobe piercings, probably like the stretched ones, probably hurt more in the initial piercing than the ones I have in here, just because I got them pierced with a gun when I was younger. I went to Claire's and that hurt so much more than going to a professional body piercer and getting it done with a needle. It's just so much more painful than doing it properly. So I would recommend, if it is your first piercing, just don't go to Claire's or anywhere that's going to pierce you with a gun. Go to a professional body piercer and get them to do it with a needle, because it's just so much less painful. And generally they've had way more training and experience, they've had apprenticeships, they know what they're talking about, they know what they're doing, so do that. Don't get pierced with a gun, it's bad for you, bad, bad, bad. In terms of stretching, I would probably give that a 1. It shouldn't hurt. If you're stretching your ears and it's hurting, you're doing it wrong. It should not hurt. Do not try and stretch too quickly. You know, this one here, this is a 6mm, and this has taken me 2 years to get to this tiny little size. And it didn't hurt me at all because I did it slowly and properly. You could probably do it a lot quicker than this. I'd say you probably could have got to this size in a year or a year and a half. But yeah, I'm not bothered. This one's only a 5. You can see the difference. This one's definitely bigger. Next, I'm going to talk about my rook and my tragus. So this one is a rook here, and this piercing is a tragus piercing. And I gave these a 2 out of 5 in terms of pain, just because all cartilage piercings are going to hurt a little bit more than obviously little fleshy bits. But I got these both pierced on the same day, and that just goes to show how painless it was. I mean, if I just got one pierced and it was really painful, I wouldn't have got the second one, but I did. I got both of them. So yeah, that's what they look like. Next piercing I'm going to talk about is my snug. It just makes sense because it's another cartilage piercing, and that is this one here. It looks a bit inflamed at the moment because I always catch it, especially when I'm brushing my hair or like running my, oh god, I always catch it. So it always gets a bit like inflamed, so I do need to try and heal that one a little bit more. But yeah, I gave this one a 2.5, so sort of like half, just because it did hurt a little bit more than the others. And yeah, it was because it's just thicker cartilage, it's an awkward placement, and the guy trying to get the jewellery in, because he was trying to screw the jewellery in, and obviously he's trying to get inside my ear, and you know, so he was just knocking it around while he was piercing it, so it was kind of painful, but nothing that I still wouldn't say don't get it. Like, it's so worth it. I just think it's really delicate and pretty, and it's quite unique as well. If you're after a cartilage piercing and you don't really want to get the stereotypical sort of up here done, then I would recommend a snug, because they're just really pretty, or a rook actually. They're just really pretty. I'm going to talk about my nostril piercings, because again, these are quite common among younger girls especially. It's sort of like you've made that transition from your lobes, so you want to sort of move on to your face. The first side I got pierced was this side here. I gave this a 3 out of 5 for pain, just because it is a little bit more intense. the nerves in your nose are connected to the nerves in your eyes and sort of like your face. So when they pierce you, your eyes will water. Don't be afraid, you know, you're not going to cry, but your eyes water a lot. And it's quite an intense pain for that few seconds and it's really hurting. So yeah, I would say that was a 3 out of 5, this side. Again, not unbearable. However, this side, I gave this side a 4 out of 5. It was so painful. I don't want to put you off, but I talked to the piercer and she did say that one side is always more painful than the other, and this side was definitely more painful, and it fell out the other day and I got really annoyed because I didn't want to have to go and get it done again, but luckily the hole hadn't closed up. Yeah, this side was more painful. Now I'm going to talk about my septum piercing, which is this piercing here, right in here. I'm going to say that this was a 2.5 just because the actual piercing was a piece of cake. It was absolutely fine. But afterwards, like 2 days afterwards, it felt like I'd been hit by a car. It was so painful. And to be honest, it actually healed really quickly. I was so surprised. It healed after, I'd say, 2 weeks. So I have a Monroe piercing, which is my upper lip. I got this done when I was 16 as well. And I'd say this is a 1.5 out of 5 because it went through the skin so easily. It was so quick. It was virtually painless. I barely felt a thing. It was all over really quickly, and it's quite an easy place for the piercer to screw the top of the jewellery on as well, so there was no like knocking it around. It was just ugh. Next piercing we're going to talk about is my navel piercings. Now I actually do not have my belly button pierced anymore. I've had it done twice and both times they rejected, and so I took them out and I've been left with a really nasty scar. I can show you if you want. But here I have this just a really horrible scar. I don't really mind, I can get rid of it, but the first time I went to a place that wasn't very professional, it was actually wonky when they pierced it and it just grew out and oh god, it was just horrible. So I took that one out and then I got it re-pierced behind the scar tissue and it still grew out. I took care of it like I should have, but it still grew out. So I decided that before it got as bad as the other one, I just could see it starting to reject, so I took it out because I don't want to ruin my body or anything. My body doesn't want it there, so I'm not going to leave it there. I mean, if that ever happens to you, if you feel that your piercing is rejecting, you can try and heal it as much as you can, but if you can see that it's not going to get any better, you just need to accept the fact that you probably can't have that piercing. Just listen to your body. At the end of the day, you know, it is your body and you do need to take care of yourself. Didn't think my navel piercing hurt whatsoever. I would rate it a 1.5 out of 5. It was, again, virtually painless. If you're having any concerns about that, please don't worry. It's absolutely fine. Compare it to your lobe. Quite honestly, compare it to your earlobe because it's the same kind of fleshy stuff and it just doesn't hurt. And if you've ever had a piece of cartilage pierced, then, you know, you'll easily be able to injure your belly button piercing. So just don't worry about it. I do also have both of my nipples pierced. I'm not going to go into too much detail just in case of like younger people watching. But yeah, it wasn't very painful at all. 1.5. I sat down and I was getting really nervous, like, oh my gosh, it's gonna hurt really bad. And she was like, no, it's you know, it might do, but it's fine, it's worth it, kind of thing. So I got the first one done, and I quite honestly said to her, I went, is that it? Is it done? She was like, yeah. So I was like, oh, that was really, really easy. Bring on the second one. Oh gosh, this is so easy. So again, don't worry too much about that, but it doesn't hurt whatsoever and it really shouldn't either. So yeah, that's my experience, and now I'm going to show you my tattoos. Okay, so I only have 2 tattoos and I've had them for nearly a year now. So this is like, you know, they're completely healed. There's nothing wrong with them, and they are on my sort of shoulders, I suppose you could say, like my upper arm. So they are a 2-piece thing. They go together. Like if you see one, it doesn't make sense without seeing the other one, kind of thing. So this is the first one. It says 2 birds here, and here's the second one, and it says 1 stone. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. I absolutely love my tattoos to death. I love them so much. They were a birthday present from my parents. It was my 18th birthday. Obviously I'm legally allowed to have tattoos. I would say please do not get a tattoo if you are not 18 years old. Seriously, don't. First of all, if there's a tattoo artist that will be willingly tattooing an under 18-year-old, they're doing that illegally, and it's wrong. It's so wrong. Your body is still growing. Like my body's still growing, but you know, if you're going to go get a tattoo at 16, it's going to look different. It's going to look different, and quite often when you're that age, you don't know what you want. You really need to think about what you want. It's going to be on your body forever. It's going to be on your body forever. You need to understand that. You know, do you want to pay to get it removed if you get something really bad, or do you want to have to get it covered up with something else that you don't really want either? Like, really think about what you want to get. I love mine so much. My mum helped me to design them and choose what I wanted. It was inspired by this designer called Woo and Woo, like the lovely sort of retro looking bird and the border. I love the polka dots. Pain rating. I don't want to give it a rating. I do want to say, however, that this part of the body, I would say it doesn't hurt. Like, it really, I've got nothing to compare it to, but my boyfriend, he has a chest piece and he has a half sleeve as well, and his chest hurt more than his arm, so I'm just going to go by that. It hurts more on bony areas, and he said, you know, it hurt on his collarbone and stuff like that. This just didn't hurt me at all. It really didn't. I got both of them done on the same day, and it was on my 18th birthday, and I still managed to go out clubbing afterwards. I mean, they were absolutely fine. Caring for them was really easy. I just used Bepanthen, and you want to wash them twice a day and rub the Bepanthen on them morning and night, kind of like when you brush your teeth. And yeah, in the shower, just rub over them gently, and the peeling skin will just come off really easily. So yeah, and I love the vibrant colours on these. So yeah, that's basically the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about this. This is in no way, shape or form me bragging or anything like that. I literally just wanted to share this with you because I know there are so many people out there that get nervous about piercings and don't like needles and stuff like that. I'm just here to reassure you that it's absolutely fine, and it's not going to hurt as much as you think it is. It's mind over matter. You just need to sit down and just be more excited about the new piercing you're going to get, more than worrying about how much it's going to hurt. I know that needle in your head might equal pain, but it really doesn't. Needles are just so much better than guns. Seriously, just go to a professional. Make sure they're reputable as well. Maybe ask your friends if they have piercings, where they went and how their experience was, just so you can make sure you're going to a local place that you know is going to be good and you will get good results from. Make sure you take care of them according to your piercer's instructions. I would recommend sea salt and boiling water. You want 1/4 teaspoon to a pint. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but you don't want to put too much in there, otherwise it will irritate your piercings. If you do have any more questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment box. I will try and get back to you as best as I can. I think that Google Plus has kind of been getting involved a little bit, and I've just been like getting confused about the comments, so if I don't reply to you as quickly, I'm just a bit confused, so that's why. So yeah, seriously, any questions, leave them below. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these informative videos. I'm going to be doing makeup tutorials and maybe more information about my piercings if you really want to know, like hair videos, you know, just maybe some chit chats here and there, you know. Just subscribe if you're interested and you like what you see. Thumbs up the video if you think this was an informative video, and yeah, I hope you'll have a lovely day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!